Just making a cup of tea, so bear with me a minute. Right. Hello. I think you see there's an image of the cover of a comic. I don't care that it is a comic. Couldn't care less. Some people would ridicule the idea I'm using a comic. Well, I can tell you something. I'm not going to buy a Quran and read through all that. It would stink me flat out. I have had a Quran before to look up something concerning the lies that they teach, and it stank of some perfume or other, and it was just weird having it, really. There's no way I would buy one. But anyway, I've made this image smaller so I can see the whole page, but I'm going to enlarge it now. I mean, the link to this is in the info under this stream. I'm going to post a link in the side chat to it. Right, you can go and check it out for yourself. You don't need me to read it for you. Go have a look. Come to your own opinion. You don't need my opinions on anything. Islam stinks. You're going to come across a guy called Shamunian on YouTube. He is a very sort of learned man on Islam. So that guy will witness to Muslims, show them their error, and can you imagine what he does next? They leave Islam. He pushes them into Roman Catholicism. Sam Shamoun is a Roman Catholic. He's a disgusting individual, a deceiver. I don't care what you think. My opinion concerning him. I knew there was something wrong with him, his ministry. I have listened to a lot of videos of him talking to Muslims and stuff, Sunni, Shia, this, that and the other. But where's he going to lead them to? Into the arms of the Roman Catholic so-called church. How disgusting is that? So, as far as I'm concerned, Sam Shamoun is a deceiver. I've never really bothered with his channel anyway. I know John did a video on him. He wouldn't give me a link to what he was on about, so he denied me context. Really? You know, I said back it up, basically. It didn't do, so I just ignored it. I thought, yeah, carry on. You're going to make a point about somebody, at least show a link to the video and a timestamp thingy. But then, I've never relied on John for information anyway. I'm not having a go, John. I'm just saying. I mean, you keep doing stuff we've already known about for years. I have witnessed to Muslims and they are absolute hard work. Catholics are worse. The Catholics will cause trouble for you in jail anyway. Not just ordinary inmate Catholics. I'm on about the Catholic so-called chaplaincy. The Muslims as well. I noticed that Fro, I know this is off subject, I don't care, has uploaded he seems to be so proud of his debate. Oh, tell me how you think I did. Fro made the statement, and I know I've said this a few times, he actually claimed that the Inquisitions were humanitarian. I couldn't believe my ears. I could not believe my ears. Then a certain person in California challenged him to a debate. I watched part of the debate. I thought it was a setup. I actually thought that. I mean, he played a video from TED Talk. So it got, or what do you call it? Strike or something. Copyright thingy. But actually what happened is, the real problem for me was nobody would answer. Because Flo made the claim that the Inquisitions were humanitarian, Smokey challenged him to a debate. And then about a month and a half later, the name of the debate was changed to Were the Inquisitions Ethical? I thought, you pair of turds. You're playing games here. We don't want to go with the humanitarian one. I'm sure Smokey's Roman Catholic. And the information so-called that they put out in that video, in that debate, was just stupid. Utterly stupid. Both of them actually believed that there were only 2,000 people killed, murdered in the Inquisitions. That's absolute tosh. Absolute tosh. Anyway, minor point. I do wonder who's watching. Now then, let's read some of this. As I've said, in fact, I might even end the stream now because there's other things I've got to do. I've got to finish reading this book by Daniel Akandi. Go check out this PDF for yourself. Really. And the Quran, the surahs are quoted under these images. Okay. They've cartoonized the information, and yeah, some people would ridicule that. You know, like Kaliullah. You know, oh, you're using the comic, are you? As though a comic can't portray information correctly and give you truth. Well, it can. the imagery is by the by. Okay. This is the garbage that you've got in the Quran. Jewish rats and pigs. This is in the Quran. Bukhari, volume 4, number 524, page 333. Blah, blah. Oh, I can't read. I mean, I just... Islam is one of those religions that makes me ill, just like Catholicism. Islam and Catholicism are pretty much of a muchness. Can you hear them seagulls there? Look. Right, I've got two watching. Make a comment. Come on in. I put a link there. Or, I don't know, go away. Anyway, Fro's uploaded that video. I'm not going to show you. A lone man named Fro. The pale Galilean. Or maybe he might do. Maybe could do. Let's have a look. I don't really want to go to his channel. But that I don't know if any of you are interested. I'll show you the pale Galilean. He's got the Sistine Chapel image on his thingy there. I'm going to share this instead. I don't see a great deal of difference between Catholicism and Islam. You may as well just call it Catholislam. Yeah. Similar attitude. Oh, to understand the Catechism of the Catholic so-called Church, you need to go to Catholic sources to come to an understanding of it. And as Fro famously said, it says that, but it doesn't mean that. You know, here is his video. I mean, this video is an absolute pile of tosh. The so-called information they give out on it, lies, deception. I think the debate, well, obviously the debate was set up, you know, date, time, title. But about a month and a half earlier, as I've said already, right, Fro was claiming, the pale Galilean, was claiming that the Inquisitions were humanitarian, as if that wasn't bad enough. But it was changed to, were the Inquisitions ethical? The pair of them, between them, Smokey and Fro, I mean, this is the arrogance of this Catholic guy here. They're both, I would say they're all Catholics here. That's going to sound mad to some of you. Smokey Saint, Molinist, follows Jesuit so-called philosophy. Fro here, I stomp where I please. What do you think you are? Right, and then praise here. I would hesitate to call him a Catholic. He is an annihilationist. Smokey is aware of that. Annihilationism, reductio absurdum. Basically, I don't know, reduces to universalism. Smokey has never pulled praise on this annihilationist teaching of his. I actually asked Praise, in fact, Praise actually admitted it on one of his streams that he is an annihilationist. Jamie Russell is an annihilationist. No wonder, I mean, he behaves in the way he does. He doesn't care the consequences. Right, Chris Date, another annihilationist. Full of himself, it seems. And Rebecca from Bread of Death, or some people call it Bread of Life. Another annihilationist. And yet Smokey only pulled Rebecca on her attitude towards being ecumenical with sodomy, basically. Which I would disagree with that woman all day. I mean, she shouldn't even be on YouTube presuming to teach. There's no women are ever coming in my studio. I've had that before, and that's not going to happen. Never. I will be dead first. But, you know, there's a massive difference between humanitarian and ethical. Anyway, there's the link to that garbage on Smokey's. Smokey the hypocrite. Smokey, I suggest that you go and, not that I care whether you do or don't, it has no meaning for me, really. But if you're going to comport to reality, allow us to be consistent, Smokey. If you're going to use a besom with Andy and others, in your mind anyway, please do feel free to use that besom on Praise I Am and Fro. He's an evolutionist. An evolutionist. He does not believe the Bible. Anyway, Smokey, hypocrisy much? Boring. Right. Oh, so I've had enough of it. I've watched this. I think I've got a download of it before Fro even uploaded it. He may even have edited it. I don't know. Who cares? Who really cares? Not me. Anyway, look, check out that comment. At least you will get an undercurrent of what Islam is. Don't buy a Quran. Please don't come to me telling me. See if you can get a Quran PDF and then just look up stuff. I mean, if I could get a Quran for like 50 pence, maybe I would buy it. Maybe I would buy it. But once I'm done with it, I would probably use it for toilet paper or something. Right. I can see that there's 3 watching, apparently. Do you want to come in? Would be nice to talk to somebody. If you don't want to talk, it's all right. If you want to comment. I don't care. I'm going to go in a couple of minutes anyway. I do enjoy talking to people. Oh. I'm going to play a little music video and then I'll be back in a minute. Oh, feeding the ducks. Yeah, you need to be very careful of these Catholics, you know. They will use biblical terminology, believe me. They do not mean the same thing by it. They're thinking a completely different concept, if you will. They're thinking of something completely different altogether than you are in your biblical Christian worldview, based on scripture. They play games with words. They say that they venerate Mary. They do not worship her. They're liars. Venerate has the same meaning as worship. Venerate is synonymous with worship. I do believe, to a certain extent, that Islam, even if it didn't get started by the Catholic so-called Church, it's heavily influenced by it. After all, you get the Muslims going to the Vatican, the imams and all that stuff, visiting the so-called Pope. Right, I'm going to go now. I really wanted somebody to come in and chat, somebody who knows more about Islam than I do. I am aware of it. I have sort of studied it years ago. Right, I'm going to go now. After this bit of music I'm going to play, unless you come in and comment, I'm going. Yes, there's somebody here. Of course, there will be if there's a stream running. Have I seen you before contend for the faith somewhere? You're obviously quoting Jude. Contending for the faith once delivered unto the saints. Hopefully you're using the King James Bible. Click on the link. Come on in. It's there. I'm going to wait about a minute, then I'm going to go because I've got things I want to read. Now, I'm not trying to be pushy. you know, but come on in. I wonder who it is. I'll probably click on your channel later. I'll come back to the channel. In fact, I'll go there now, and I bet, I hate to use the word bet because I'm not really a gambling man, that your channel is empty. Let's have a look.
Channel is empty.
Yeah. Now then, let's see. Put a link to your channel in, please. Contend for the Faith. I was going to, I would have preferred really to discuss the contents of this comic with someone. I don't like reading stuff out to people or at people. I mean, it doesn't take more than 20 minutes, maybe half an hour to read that comic. Ignore the images. Yeah, read through it, you know what I mean? But the stuff they're saying is backed up, if you can call it that, by stuff from the Quran. Really, all I was doing is drawing people's attention to, yeah, I thought it was. I could argue, I think, reasonably, that this comic is a sort of lead-in to getting the gist of what Islam really is. If you're going to buy a Quran, at least if you can get it second-hand in a used bookshop somewhere for like 50 pence or cents or whatever. I don't know what currency you use. $1, you know. But if you're going to buy it brand new, you don't want to be putting money into the coffers of the Muslims, do you? I bought a book yesterday. It's massive. Well, not massive, but it's how many pages? Oh, I can't bend it. Pages are stiff. How many pages? 700 just about, for £1. And at least I can just go and say, look, I've got the book, I've got your garbage here. I know there's 3 of you watching. Come on in. Right, I'm going to go now then. Nice of you to at least make a comment, contend for the faith. Check out that comic. The link is in the side chat and under the info on this video. Hopefully you'll check it out. I would have done a study on it, sort of. If somebody had come in, I find things easier to do a sort of study when I'm talking to a King James Bible believing Christian, as long as they don't start gushing and things like that, interrupting. I've been familiar with, I have read books on Islam. It's awful. I do believe that it's, at the very, very least, Catholic influenced. I think Islam, those Arabian tribes, were used by the Vatican to conquer Jerusalem for them, so they could get control of Jerusalem. But as far as I know, that backfired on them. The only Muslim I've got any respect for is Suleiman the Great, because he helped out the Dutch Protestants when they were being persecuted, he helped them out. God bless him for that. Suleiman the Great. I don't know whether he was Shia or Sunni. I don't care, but if he helped out the Protestants in Holland, yeah, I've got respect for him. Right, I'm going to go now then. If you're not going to come in. It would be great if you'd come in and chat sometime. Nobody's going to dox you. I'm not going to ask you for your name and any of that stuff. I wouldn't do it. I'll just leave you with one last thought. Muhammad apparently thought he was a prophet, which of course he wasn't a prophet, but his proof of it, according to the Quran, is that he's got a mole on his back. The mole on his back was his seal of prophethood. Oh, there it is in the Quran. Quran, Surah 33:4a, the Hadith, Bukhari, volume 1, number 189, volume number 741. You've got to go uphill and down dale to find out anything. It's a lot of hard work. Yeah, that's it then. I'm going. Bye.